So the top three still in. Kendricks, though, for how much longer? His third attempt at 5.82. World champion, remember. Oh, and he too is over. Terrific. Anything you can do, Renaud, I can do as well. Such good friends, spurring each other on and clinging onto the coattails here of Mondo Duplantis.
It was a 68 first lap once they got onto the back of Winnie Chibet. Helen Obiri is there now, and the whole field still nicely bunched. It's a decent pace, but not too fast. And Helen Obiri with Tirop behind her, and everybody else. Sigai a little bit further back, third or fourth in the main pack, if you like. Others just waiting and trying to be a little bit patient, see how this pace develops. And Kip Kemboy, who hasn't raced yet this year, just moving up on the outside as well. Chepkoech has been a little bit up and down in terms of form. The former, or the world champion in the steeplechase. Winnie Chibet going through 1,000 meters, just about what they asked for. Anything under 250 is pretty quick. 2:48.46, so the pace is good.
Yeah, it's respectable, isn't it, Steve? Bang on the money. And Helen Obiri, who was sounding quietly confident for me in the press conference yesterday, has a very quietly spoken voice, but she said she wanted to come here and do something special. And we know how versatile she is, not just on the track, but across the cross country as well, and even talked about perhaps stepping up over to the road from 2022.
Well, we'll be hoping that Chibet can keep going to 1,500 meters. She was asked to go through around about 4:12, so she's heading for that. And Obiri there with Tirop behind and Chepkoech. Here's Sam.
Back to Sam then. Bar at 5.92.
Sam, he'll come back for one more attempt.
So they all passed at 5.87, the bar up from 5.82 to 5.92.
5 volts at 5.92 by the three guys.
Obiri still leading the pack. Chepkoech has been close. Tirop has been close. Laura Waitman starting to move up a little bit on the outside. Sigai is just happy in the middle of the pack there, so all of the big names that were expected to do well just feels like the pace has picked up a little bit at the front, as Chibet will be probably thinking about dropping out now. Obiri there, Waitman and Hull realizing they've got to stay with that pace. Gamechu looks as though she's just struggling a little bit to hang on to this, and they've just gone through 1,500 meters, just about spot on there from the pacemaker. Winnie Chibet doing a good job and keeping it going, but she's going to move aside now. So it's all about what does Helen Obiri want to do. Does she want to pick this up? Does she want to move it on in the middle of the race? Sometimes she just lets it drop, and then big strong last 1,000 meters, because there's plenty still there sitting on her shoulder. Chepkoech, Tirop, Sigai behind Helen Obiri. Hailu is there as well. Waitman and Hull with Gamechu at the back of this pack. Chepkoech just keeping herself a little bit of room.
Here he is, Mondo, second attempt at 5.92. Oh no, by his own standards, that is disappointing.
Pace is beginning to pick up now.
So back they will come.
3 laps to go, a 68. Chepkoech is still close. Kip Kemboy is right in there. Hailu looking good. Sigai on the inside. Waitman and Hull with Gamechu at the back. Helen Obiri not got rid of them yet. She looked for the big last 1,000 meters. That's the way she likes to keep moving. She is so quick as well, deceptively so. Many people think that Helen can't kick. She was a great 1,500 meter runner in her day, and goodness me, I don't know where people get that idea from, because she is very, very quick when she needs to. 2:51, slower kilometer there, and that's why there are plenty in with a chance here.
So much quality in this field. 14 medals between the field at various age groups and across different disciplines. We've got steeplechasers in here as well, as you mentioned earlier on. Chepkoech there, just sticking onto the shoulder of Obiri.
It's slowing up. Laura Waitman looking on the outside as they come round with 2 laps to go. She's thinking about maybe trying to get it moving, but the 1,500 meter pace might help here. But these women know that from the front, it's the world champion controlling things. There's another slow lap there. Chepkoech on her shoulder, then Tirop. Kip Kemboy and Hailu close. Sigai watching Kiengos, the other steeplechaser, just moving on her outside. Obiri just starting to wind things up a little bit, but they haven't started kicking hard yet.
Watch out for Kieng as well, who's got a lethal kick. She's still in the mix there as well.
Chepkoech looks comfortable, doesn't she, at this point? And Jess Hull has gone off the back of this now. It's the Kenyans and Ethiopians, Laura Waitman of Great Britain still there. Anyone at the national pride at stake here, but also individual pride, as Chepkoech says, I'm not waiting anymore for Helen Obiri. So Chepkoech, Obiri, Tirop, these three just starting to stretch away a little bit. As they come round now, it'll be the bell. Chepkoech deciding, I'm not going to hang on. Hailu moving up, Kieng there as well. Kip Kemboy just starting to struggle a little bit, as indeed is Waitman. They take the bell, 7:20.
Well, Chepkoech, who blew the world record apart, didn't she, in Monaco a couple of years ago over the jumps, but she hasn't got rid of Obiri yet, and there she goes.
Obiri kicking hard and strong with just over 300 to go. Chepkoech trying to go with her. Tirop is there as well, the 10,000 metre specialist, and others trying to pick up the bits after that. Kieng, the steeplechaser, also trying to chase down Chepkoech, but it's Helen Obiri, those arms pushing out in front as they often do, and with 200 to go, Obiri beginning to look like she's got this, but it's not an unassailable lead. Her teammates and Sigai still in that group as well behind. Helen Obiri, the world champion, from Chepkoech, then Tirop. Kieng just starting to struggle a little bit now, and it's going to be Helen Obiri. I can't see anybody catching at this point. They're all working hard here down the home straight, but Obiri's got enough, and she's just starting to tie up a little bit as Tirop tries to get ahead Chepkoech. It's going to be Obiri's win. Very close on the line, maybe Chepkoech just hanging on. 8:22 the winning time, and the others will be rewarded with some under 8:30 behind in that leading group. Then Gamechu coming through, and Jess Hull might not be too far away from that Australian record. We'll keep an eye on that. Kiprop and then Ailish McColgan. That was hard work, even for Helen Obiri, and it was only 2 seconds off a personal best in the end. The pace went up, it went down, it was strong in the last 2 laps again, and she had to go hard. Chepkoech took it to her, and in the end they almost came back to her, didn't they? It was a war of attrition almost in the end, Chris.
It was, and in terms of body language, Steve, you have to say that Chepkoech looked the smoother. She looked actually serene, even though Tirop may have just picked her for second place, and it was really Obiri with that already quite ungainly arm carriage that we know is so effective. Actually, it's deceptive, but she looked as though she was really having to dig deep, far deeper